All right, guys, welcome. Let's see here. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Welcome. My name is Savion. I'm an AI consultant with Managed Marketing Partners. And we are live today as day 41 of the 100-day AI Build Challenge, where I'm building 100 apps in 100 days. Today I'm going to share with you my framework because we are building a pretty simple app today. So we'll be able to get a chance to go through that framework together. So let me go ahead and jump right in. If you are interested in AI, if you're new to AI, or you are building with AI right now and you want to learn more about how to properly speak with your virtual assistant, you're in the right place. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's see here. Let me go ahead and share my screen. And we're going to open up Claude. We have Claude Code open here. Oops. Okay. All right, so you guys should be able to see my screen here. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, great. So today we're going to be building something pretty simple. Let me just scroll back to the beginning of the conversation. We actually started the conversation with our virtual assistant a little bit earlier, just to kind of get the ball rolling. So we started off with the context of what we're doing. So today is day 41 of the 100-day challenge. And then I also mentioned, don't do anything yet. We're just talking here. So the reason why I mentioned that again is because if we don't, it'll just skip ahead to implementing everything right away, and we don't want that. So let me share with you a little bit more about my framework here. So when you're working with AI, think about Cupid, little baby angel shoots love into people, right? So think about Cupid like that. So the C stands for consulting. The P stands for planning. I is implementation. And D is delivery. Okay? So we're in the consultation phase right now. And what we're going to be doing is talking with our virtual assistant. I call my AI my virtual assistant because I treated him as a member of my team. And we're going to go ahead and give it some context about what we're building, give it some guardrails, and we're going to talk about the idea with it. So let's take a look here. So don't do anything yet. We're going to just be talking. I don't want to do something simple today. All right, so we're going to make a user pick a color from the color picker, and it'll give a nice palette for that color. I said, I'm not sure what I need, right? You don't need to know everything when you're building with AI. That's the beauty of it. You don't even need to know how to code or even spell, because AI will get it. And I asked, do I need an API to integrate Anthropic API, or can I do this for free, right? Just to give it some exploration ideas. And I always ask at the beginning of my prompts, what do you think about this idea? This gives your AI virtual assistant autonomy to be able to push back on you, give you some other alternative ideas to play with, to help you explore this idea in and out, right? So here we go. It says good pick for light day 41. This is genuinely a one sitting build. Here's the honest take, right? It says, I do not need an API. Awesome. Great. The palette generation is just color math. You make the picked color, convert it to HSL, and rotate the hue. All right. So it gives us some ideas of how it's going to work. No backend, no keys, no cost. That's how we like to work, right? Something simple here. So the classic themes schemes are all simple formulas: off the base hue, if complementary, anagynous, triadic, monochromatic, and shades task. That's a whole engine, maybe 40 lines of TypeScript. Easy, right? Where an API could come in. See, I mentioned API, so it's going to give me some ideas of where I can include API, but it says, don't worry about it, right? So that saves us some money. It says how I'd build it, right? But then I said, take a look at the scaffold of how we have this project in the folder, and then kind of recalibrate your thoughts on how we'd build this out. It did that, it looked in a folder, and it also gave me an idea for like a dark mode, already handled in the global CSS, right? Because I already included that with my deployment dependencies. So all that's good to go. All right, so it gave me that idea. I said, okay, great, let's plan it out. So we jumped from consulting to planning, right? So in the planning phase, it's going to give out a full scaffold of the entire plan idea, including file structure, phasing, everything, different tools that we'll be using, the different variables that we'd be having using here too. Just so you don't need to read all of this because it's just going to confuse you if you're new to seeing all this, but it's good to kind of give it a glance just so you can understand what the virtual assistant is doing for you, right? So let's see here. It says UI on the page, great. And then it's going to go ahead and build it out here. And now it also asks you questions as it goes along. But what you can do is actually go to auto or bypass permissions over here on the bottom left, and it'll automatically start building for you without you having to worry. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to say allow, and we're just going to let it build.
Is yours? I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. This is noise cancellation, so.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Uh-huh.
Awesome. Oh, yeah.
All right. So we're just sitting here relaxing while we get this done. This is the best part because now that we've consulted with our virtual assistant, we've planned it out. Basically, we created that contract between the human and the AI. Now we could just relax as it builds because we know exactly how it's being built, why it's being built, and what it's being built with, right? So we know we could depend on the result. It's going to come really close to what we're looking to build here. And then once we get into that implementation, right, we'll be able to iterate back and forth with small little nuances, fine tuning, and things like that. Real easy. All right, cool. So see, it's already built out an idea here. We can open it up. Look at that. So we have a color picker, and look at that, it auto adjust for us. That's fantastic. And you can say complementary, anomalous, triadic, a monochromatic. And you can save the CSS as well if you're building an app, or Tailwind if you're working within React. So it's still building right here, so give it a moment. Like I said, guys, this is going to be a really simple tutorial today. And the concept is really simple, but it's also really helpful. And it's free, completely free. No API, no backend, no logins, right? It just depends on color math, which is the easiest thing. Mm-hmm. Oh, you can also click to copy. Look at that. Paste it in there. That's cool. And then as you can see here, it also saves your color palettes to your local storage. Now that means that you would only be able to use that local storage on the browser that you're working with right now. And if you switch browsers or you switch computers, it wouldn't show up. Or if you go into private browser, it wouldn't show up either. So it's stored locally in your browser's local storage because there's no database behind this right now. And that's the easiest way to do it. So there's no logins, no auth to worry about. which is great. Wonderful. All right, let's see here. Great. It looks like it's completed. Let's go ahead and start up the dev server. Actually, we might be able to open it up here. Let me open up here. Yep, there we go. So we have our local host open now. We can choose our color scheme. We've seen it. We see it update in real time. Now, what I'd like to add on top of this, now that we've got to the implementation phase, it's built out the app, now we can see it in real life, right? I would love to see if we can get some accessibility colors as well, so that way you can say if it's accessible or not. That would be really cool. So let's go ahead and jump in and let's talk to our virtual assistant about that. We'll say, hey, this looks great. I want to also make sure I can have a separate option that lets me know if the color is web accessibility approved. With the palette, we may also be able to create another pill next to monochromatic that puts together accessible color palettes and ideas for the color scheme, and pick out good colors for text and backgrounds. Okay, so because our app built so fast, now we can go ahead and add additional things to it that we want to see. So now we're working with our virtual assistant here, and we are really close to having this app done and completed. It'll be a really fun app just to deploy and people can use. Okay. Yep, accessibility tool. It says that it loves the direction. Okay, when you click the new accessibility pill, what should it role-based UI kit generate 5 name roles from your base color, background, surface, text, muted, accent engineered, so the key pairings pass WCAG. Each swap is labeled with its role and is explicitly recommends use this for text on this background with the ratio most useful closest to what you're described. I like the curated palette ideas. That's great. Let's go with that. I always get entertained with this. This is nice. Anonymous. Wow, they are like, yeah, that's nice. Triadic. Monochrome, palette of 5 colors. If I copy the CSS, what does that give me? Let's see. Oh, here we go. Root. And it gives me the colors. Color 1, color 2, color 3, color 4, color 5. That's cool. Okay. And the Tailwind? Let's see what Tailwind comes out to. Tailwind config, theme extend colors, colors, boom. Very nice. Yep, you're describing two connected features. A verdict, is this palette web accessible? Read out for any palette. And then accessible pill generates a palette engineered to be accessible and tells you which colors to use for text versus background. The verdict panel I'll add to every scheme so you can check any palette. The real decision is what the accessibility pill actually outputs. Here we go. So it's sanity checking everything. All right.
Yeah, do a ladder. Both. Yeah, ladder. Well, we did order me curveball. Yeah. And then we gotta get probably gotta turn the power off because you're gonna have to disconnect the power.
Okay. A large.
I got the attic fan. You take that, I'm gonna take it around the garage.
So it also tells you if the color will work on white or black.
The attic fan.
Mm-hmm. Can we have a key to understand what AAA and AA and AA large, etc. means? Ooh, that's a nice fall color palette right there. I like that. It's a base color. Oh, and can we get a live preview of what the text and background, etc. would look like? Mm-hmm. Randomize, randomize. Nice. I like that. That's a nice color palette right there. That's very Miami right there. Large text AA. Large text only. Appears here only pass for large bold text. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, here we go. Look at that. not accessible. Two of the 10 pairs pass AA. Accessible 3-color combo.
Oh, you don't need trash bags?
I like the combo setups here. Yeah, that is pretty nice. I like that combo. The white, the accent. It's pretty nice. Let me see. Oops. So right now, Claude is still working on our query. It hasn't gotten to our new text yet. So it's just smoke testing and making sure everything works as expected. Mm-hmm. So if we did something like red, like a deep.
What's the noise ordinance here? When can I start cutting the grass on Sunday?
Look at that red right there. That looks nice.
Or at least by the time I get here. You're quick. You got those long strides. Alright. So, shopping list for tomorrow? Boxes? No. The little guy can get up there. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Okay. So now we are just building. And then after this, guys, once we finish our iteration and our implementation phase, we'll be able to actually just go ahead and get this deployed. And deployment also looks very pretty simple. If you look in every one of my folders here, I've actually included a few items, helper scripts that help us out, right? So we have deploy.sh, which is a shell script. This deploys it to Versal, which is our platform where we host live, and which is also free. And then we have it publish.sh, which gives instructions to Claude on how to publish to our GitHub. And then the README is just like a template that it'll fill out when it actually publishes to GitHub. Now, part of the publish is actually a skill that I created that combines the GPT image generation. So now it'll create a unique image for the app, each app that we build. A unique, like SaaS marketing mockup image. Oh, look at that. Yeah. All right, great. So it pretty much has all the features you want. Let's go ahead and get this deployed here for all of you guys. So all we have to say is please publish and deploy. Now, part of this as well to help with making sure that there are no secrets being passed, like API keys or anything like that. I have, as part of my deploy script, a lint function that actually scrapes all of my files for any kind of API keys or any Stripe or anything like that, right? And it removes it from the actual deploy. It's a very important step, so that way your keys are not exposed online. Now, I did create something yesterday that relates to this, so if you are vibe coding, you might find it pretty helpful. It's called Get Secret Finder. It's right here. And Get Secret Finder allows you to actually scan your repo or particular file or your actual GitHub account, and you'll be able to scan for any leaked secrets on your account. This way you can catch it before any kind of thieves or attackers do, and you can change it. Now, this app also not only scans, but helps you remediate as well. So it gives you step-by-step instructions on how to fix the exposed API, and it gives you ways to be able to fix it so it doesn't happen again. Okay, so it's also an education app as well. So definitely check it out at getsecretfinder.100dayaichallenge.com, and you'll be able to you can scan for free, or you can create an account if you wanted to, and creating an account just helps save your history so you can actually track your exposure over time. Okay, so now we are getting this published and deployed, so we're just waiting here. There we go. So it's going to create the two heroes for us, two image designs. Yeah, 1 to 0. Yeah, you won't be able to see anything. That is pretty apparent. So we have our text colors, and it tells you if it's AA accessible too. It's a little hard to see, but if we do it like that, it's a little bit easier to see. I like this view better because it actually does give us some nice options. Oh, I like that blue. And the accent link is nice. I love this palette here. I'm going to save this. So now I have some saved palettes here, and I can switch between them if I wanted to. And I broke it. I'm just kidding. Let's see here. Where are my saved palettes? Let's see.
Yeah, I got a mirror.
See, that's a nice combo there. But it's making everything the same color. See, that's boring. You don't want that. Mm-hmm. Oh, look, I like that soft color too. That's nice. I'll save this palette. So now we have this nice palette here. And it's saving everything right now, so that's why it's unstable at the moment. Mm-hmm. Hmm. I need a new background for my lives. Why don't I just create one with AI? So we're gonna go to ChatGPT. Hey, you know my company, managed marketing. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna do it with GPT because I just spent all day today also working with design. So this is Claude Design right here. And I created a design system. So now what I want to do is actually, please create a new Zoom background for me using my company brand. Feel free to put me in an office or wherever that would work for the brand. Give me a few options, also simple ones as well. All right. So if you don't know about Claude Design, it's amazing. You can set up your brand kit, your brand style guide, right? Which will actually get your brand system, is what it's called basically. Your colors, your fonts, your buttons, way things have shaped and formed for your brand. And it'll actually go ahead and create assets that are consistent to your brand. So we're gonna watch this build here, and it's gonna be amazing. So let's see what's going on here. Our GitHub is ready. Let's take a look. Ooh, I like that. I like that SaaS marketing image here. That's nice. I actually like this layout better than the way it's actually set up. So what we can do is get this fed into Claude, be like, hey, you know what? I like this layout better. So you can literally seek inspiration externally, and it will use that inspiration to create your layout. I do like that. It's really nice. Excuse me, guys. I apologize. So right now it's working on getting this deployed to Vercel. Production is live. Okay, cool. So we actually have a live production version of this. Very nice. This is accessible? I'm surprised. Fail, of course. So it's reading through what we just gave it. Let's take a look at our brand. Quick questions on your Zoom background. Want your name or title on it? Name only, no name, plate, just brand. If yes, what should it say? For the office option, how should the setting look? Keep it clean, brand, graphics studio, no photo. Give me one of each. I don't have a image in my office, but you see it's giving me options, right? It talks through everything. I wanted to keep it there, yeah. Which side do you usually sit on the camera? I sit center. Include a short tagline or CTA anywhere. I like the tagline, that's cute. How many options should I make? Can you make 5 options for me? I like the 5. Okay. So now you can create your very own custom-built Zoom backgrounds that are super branded to you, which is awesome. So we're gonna see it work its magic right now. Now I've already uploaded kit, so you can actually see what that looks like here. Design systems. So see, I have my design system here for managed marketing partners. Gets all my voice and everything like that, right? Goes to my icons, how things should be laid out like this. Colors, mixed color guide, neutrals, all of that is here. We have our logos, we can upload our logos, right? It creates a whole brand system for you. Animations included. And it gives you like a full idea of what like the site will look like. So there you go. So now I have this brand system included now with what we're building. It's still working. How far should I take the mockup and Spark redesign? Adopt the good parts, add the 2 drop-down targets. So swatches show clean pass fail, you're required. Gives you requirement. Full mockup design. Yeah, let's do this. We're gonna do a full mockup redesign. So now that we saw something that we like, we're like, you know what, that works better, right? So even if you're building something you don't like the way it turned out because you weren't specific enough in your prompt, you can seek inspiration from elsewhere and it'll redesign that from that inspiration. So let's see what we're working with here. Ooh, I can't wait till these new Zoom backgrounds come out. That will be amazing. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. 5 center safe options. Minimal soft white. Yep. Look at that. That's going to be beautiful. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the reason why I don't put names is because whenever you're on like a web conference, your name's there anyway, so why would you have it on your background? We're doing good on token usage right now because our tokens reset in about 12 hours at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So we are good to keep using this because we are on max 20 times. So I want to make sure I really use that. So let's see here. I'm still working here. It's gonna be great. So we're kind of multitasking here, guys. But already we have a working app, right? So we could have just deployed it, but since we made this so fast, now we can kind of iterate within the implementation phase and make it look even better and more aligned with our vision. And now that we saw the mock-up, now we can be like, okay, you know what? I like it like that. I did like it like that better. It was nicer. Mm-hmm. And guys, you can use this. Why would you build something like this? Well, you can use it as an internal tool that connects with other things within your CRM or your database, right? So yeah, you can find this something like this online, but the cool thing about this is you can connect it with other sources internally, which will make this app even more useful for you. Mm-hmm. All right, guys, here we go. New layout. All right. Just like the preview. Let's refresh. So this hasn't been updated yet, but if we go to localhost, it's still running, still editing. That's fine. Look at that. So it tells you where on the spectrum your color that you're choosing is. I like the live previews here. This is cool. So here's a color palette that we saved before. Normal text, large text. AA 4.5 or higher. The standard for body text. AAA, enhanced, safe for any text. So all of these are AAA. Nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a fail here. So it's failing the light UI. Oh, this is actually an AAA right here. Boom, 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 boom. Can we add a drop down for the pills we had before for palettes ideas? So it's going to create another drop down for palette ideas here. Also, please style the drop down select options so they feel custom. All right, so we don't get old, what do you call that? We don't get old, like select boxes, right? That's just standard. We want something custom. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see if this has created our Zoom backgrounds yet. It takes a little bit of time. I'm asking it what's next. Oh, it says next turn. I'll copy your. Okay. Build up. The file says center, background, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what's next? Plans already recorded, cleaning up the duplicate entries so it's clear what remains. Done, the plan is recorded. I'm at the clean stopping point, nothing half built. Next up, we resume. Copy your MMP. Blah, blah, blah. Just say go and upload it. Yeah, go. Go! Do it! All right. Copy and logo and art now. A clean, complete step. Then I'll stop before the big build to say, stay within budget. Your MMP logo is, remaining plan is recorded. This is a clean stop. Nothing half built. Still to do, one focus build. Oh my goodness. Yes, go please. We probably don't need it on Cloud Max. We could do high. Oh, no, we don't want to reread the whole conversation. We'll just use what we have then. That's fine. We're at 92. We're okay. We're pretty much almost done. So. Is thinking. What about you over here? How are you doing? Just type checking. Mm-hmm. Okay. So right now we're seeing an error because the program is still being built. So we just have to wait a moment here. Okay, it's reading our colors, building it now. One quick token read for exact colors in the full 5 options in a single pass. And that way I can change the background for next time. Okay, here we go. Palette, complementary, fail, fail. That works. Accessibility ideas. This is great. Okay. Actually, it says this is AAA as long as the text is large.
You want to do that thing now or? What, the mirror box? Yeah. Sure, you want to real quick? Huh? Calvin's house.
All right, guys. So we've pretty much finished the entire app. We have it built, and now we're going to go ahead and get this deployed and ready for all of you guys to play around with. So, like I mentioned before, that part is already scripted. So I just need to prompt it to do so, and it will update our existing live deploy. So, guys, I want to end the call now. And if you're seeing this in a recording, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Pop it in the comments. And again, my name is Savion. I'm with Managed Marketing Partners here in Miami, and I'm an AI consultant to help you guys grow and learn using AI. All right, guys, have a wonderful day, and thanks again for joining. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.